Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Wednesday, the 2nd of September. And we're looking at our surface map this morning. We're gradually transitioning over into this warm and more humid air mass that's going to be with us into Friday before we get a cold front to come on through. And that's going to create a big change in our weather for the Labor Day holiday weekend, which is really looking very good. Saturday and Sunday are going to be two terrific days. And I think even on Monday, we're going to hold on to some of that drier air before the next cold front begins its approach. Everything's moving a little bit slower and everything is a little bit further to the west. And that's the reason why we think that all three of the holiday weekend days should be fine and dandy. Saturday and Sunday will be the two cooler days, and then we'll start to see temperatures maybe edge up a little bit on Monday. Checking out our satellite loop this morning, we've got a lot of clouds. We have some rain around parts of the area. You see the southern edge of the clouds down in Maryland and Virginia. That will start to edge slowly northward today. Out to the east, you see off the North Carolina coast is Tropical Storm Omar, which is really not looking all that good. You look at the satellite loop, you can see the circulation, but there's not a whole lot of convection around the center. So this is a minimal tropical storm and will likely move, well, it will definitely keep moving slowly eastward. And we're going to see this thing probably weaken as we go through the day. In the meantime, on the radar as of 9 a.m., most of the rain, draw a line across Pennsylvania from west to east to say north of Route 76. And we're looking at some patches of rain. There's a larger area of rain moving through the Hudson Valley and into southern New England. But again, that rain is gradually going to be shifting a bit more to the north as we go through the rest of the day. But there still may be a few showers in northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey to Long Island and points northward, a steadier rain points northward until that transition to the warmer and more humid air mass takes place. Now, as far as rainfall is concerned for the next 7 days, other than what happens with any scattered showers and thunderstorms or whatever rain that's around this morning, rainfall amounts here in the Northeast don't look especially robust. Most areas averaging less than a quarter of an inch, and some areas even less than that. Although we do have some pockets in northern Pennsylvania and southern New England and upstate New York that wind up seeing maybe an inch to an inch and a half of rain. The heavier rains are confined mostly to the southern and central plains. That's going to be a result of the next storm system that's going to be coming out. So let's take a look at our surface map from the GFS today. You see Omar offshore. This is for this morning, which isn't really matching up too well with what's happening at the moment as far as precip is concerned. So we're going to, again, make this transition. There might be another shower or thunderstorm or two later this afternoon or this evening. And the Storm Prediction Center has parts of the area in a marginal risk. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Then Thursday, a warm, humid day, maybe an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. And here comes that cold front that moves on through Thursday night into Friday morning. And then gradually, as we go through the day Friday, humidity levels will be coming down. Nice big high there in southern Indiana that moves into West Virginia, just kind of sits there all day Saturday and most of the day on Sunday. Again, two very good days. And Monday, our high is offshore. We get into a west-southwest flow, but it's not going to get hot and humid or very quickly. The humidity level is going to hold a bit before it starts to come up. And then as we move into next week, we do have this approaching front late Monday. It kind of weakens as it moves on top of us and then stalls out to an extent. And look at that low that develops in the southern plains and moves into southern Illinois on Tuesday, and then starts to pivot around and head towards the Great Lakes. We have a deep trough that's dropping into the Mississippi Valley. And I'm thinking most of the rain here is going to wind up staying to our west for a while. Yeah, there could be some scattered showers and storms running around Tuesday and Wednesday, but the bulk of the shower and thunderstorm activity and heavy rain is going to wind up being to our west. And we'll probably have to wait until late next week before we get another cold front and another change in air masses. All right, very quickly, let's run through the tropics. We have Tropical Storm Nana, which is continuing its westward move toward Belize, and it's still a tropical storm, but there's time for this to strengthen into a hurricane later today and into tonight. The hurricane model forecast tracks are all to the west and even to the west southwest. So this is not going into the Gulf of Mexico. It's not going to have any impact on our weather at all, or the weather in the Gulf states. You see it here on the Hurricane Center's official forecast track. It's at 17.1 north, 83.7 west. Top winds are 60 miles an hour. Again, likely to become a hurricane before it makes landfall Thursday morning in Belize. Marginal risk of severe weather today. The easternmost line of that cuts through New Jersey in half from north to south and runs west into Pennsylvania, south into Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. And then looking to tomorrow, we're looking at a marginal risk up into southern New England and the Hudson Valley, a slight risk, central New Jersey, southern and south central Pennsylvania, down into northern Virginia, all of Maryland, and all of Delaware. And that's with our weather front that's going to bring in the nice weather for the weekend. Joe and Joe show tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So be sure to tune in for that on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And for those of you who are on my weather platform on Patreon, remember there's a special offer for old existing members and new members. If you subscribe for a year, you get 15% off the subscription rate, and it's just $2 a month for the lowest tier, and there are some higher tiers for those of you who need more one-on-one. So check it out, patreon.com/meteorologist Joe Cioffi. And finally, this Weather in 5 is always available as a podcast on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcast sources. Just search Joe and Joe Weather Show. Write the whole the word and not the ampersand. The Joe and Joe Weather Show on your search, and you should be able to find it. Have a great day, everybody.